Whoa. Hey guys. So in honor of Easter, I wanted to do a video that just came to me when I was looking at how much work some of you are doing and how little others aren't. So, to give you all some clarification, this quarter will undoubtedly count towards your semester 2 grades. And without a horrifically curved semester exam to save y'all, some of you are going to be in trouble. And I'm kind of surprised at how little work is getting done from some of you. Now, all of you getting everything done, you'll see why this video is for you. So to my point today, when I was younger, I was told this kid's story, and many of you surely know it. It's called The Tortoise and the Hare. As I've gotten older, I believe this is to be one of the worst possible stories you could tell, especially in the capitalist go-get-em world in which we live. Why? Because in reality, the hare wins. You cannot believe or even explain to me in any realistic aspect how the tortoise would pull out this race. Yes, I know the themes involved with the hare. Arrogance is a weakness sometimes. Hubris and pride can bring others against you and tear you down. All true. But I have another version of this story. What if the hare actually kept going and did everything he was supposed to do? How would the story have played out? How would you have viewed the tortoise? Look, the hare would have whooped the tortoise's butt. He would have seen him at the start and then never looked back and never seen him again. This is what high school should be like for all of you. A 4-year high-speed race where you get to leave most of the people behind when you're done, because in reality that's what you're going to do anyways. I tell my seniors every year that they will graduate and begin to move on from this place. And the people you used to hang out with, usually the people you didn't have a choice of hanging out with, move on or you move on, and all because everyone realizes you have different life goals. The tortoise after high school begins to look around and notice that his friends are disappearing and that racetrack in which the story says is set and that you have to follow it begins to disappear, and then they're not sure where to go next in this race, because after high school, the racetrack is not set for you anymore. And the hares have left you all behind. They're gone. The only time you may see the hares again is when they return for the high school reunion, and sometimes for them to flaunt themselves, and I'm a little guilty of this, I won't lie. And the hares kind of bask in this aspect, and they look at the tortoises in sympathy. Remember, I told you sympathy is a terrible word to have placed upon you. And I ain't saying that a person who learns a trade after high school is a tortoise. No. Some of my past students are welding hares. They are roofing hares. And they are cosmetology hares. Some of which have done my hair. Being a hare is a mindset, y'all. It's seeing something you want out there and running full speed for it, jumping over down trees, swimming a surprisingly wide river, and climbing up and over those mountains we've talked about, even though they're steep and slippery. That's a hare. Right now in my classes I have a mixture of tortoises and hares, and maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. But if you're sitting there at home looking at your shell, which is progressively getting softer and softer, and consistently seeing all the hares run by, and you're not sure if you like what you see, well, I would say throw away that sorry excuse for a shell and get your butt running. Now's the time. There's nobody watching. You won't have people claiming that you're selling out or that you're changing friends. You can be fast and no one will notice till August, hopefully. And when they see that now incredibly fit and nimble-minded hare, what will they think? A person who has shed that devious safety of a metaphoric shell and is no longer hiding within excuses, that's what they'll see. You're going to be running off now and join the pack of hares who are leaving the rest of them behind. You'll have to take some breaks once in a while. Breaks are healthy. But a hare's breaks are not a quarter. They're not a semester. They're not making up a whole year. A hare's breaks are a mental health day. And then they stretch, and then they get up, and then they leave those tortoises behind. So what are you? Are you a tortoise or a hare? Your code words are to honestly pick one. And then after you send me those code words to get you 10 points, I want you to really stop and think. Am I being honest to myself about what I wrote? And am I happy with that honest decision? No one will know but you. little bunny, hop, hop, hop,
hop, little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop,
little
that's
bunny,
right.
hop, hop, hop.